Hey everyone, Lancelot Archer here. It's Friday, it means it's Xur Day today. So, Xur is in the Vestain Outpost today. And let's go see what he's got.
Do you have bounties to report,
Alright, what does he have this week? He has a Legacy Engram for the arms. He then has the Eternal Warrior for the Titan. This is rolling a Intellect Strength roll, maxing out 61 and 62, so it's fairly high for this particular Titan helmet. So this one gives you the Gain Unstoppable for Fist of Havoc. So obviously if you're running your Striker Titan, when you do... So essentially it's a free perk, I think, in the very last tree. You get it anyway if you put Unstoppable on, but this one just gives you this for free if you want to run another perk in that final tree of the Striker Titan. Okay, next is the Lucky Raspberry for the Hunter. This is running a purely discipline roll, maxing at 128. So this one's special perk is Altbot Grenade Chains Further, respawned with full grenade energy. And then after that, Scout Ammo and increased recovery for void splash damage. Alright, so this is the one that's for Hunters. I haven't really seen many people use it. Artbot Grenade doesn't really work as well anymore. I mean, if you're going to be running the Blade Dancer setup, even though it's had a bit of a nerf with a Hungering Blade, most people run skip grenades anyway, so because skip grenades will just follow you halfway around the map anyway. So Artbolt, I don't think anyone's ever really used it for Hunter, so that's here and available for you. Right, next we have the Purifier robes for the Warlock, which is running an Intellect Discipline roll, 80 max for Intellect and Discipline 82 max. So this one's perk is Activating Radiance from Death disorients nearby enemies. I haven't actually seen anyone use this since they first introduced it to Destiny. I think it was back in year 2. So obviously, for those who don't know what this is the robe that when you were a Sunsinger Warlock, when you res, essentially had the same effect as the Hereafter Sniper Rifle, so it caused a flashbang blinding effect. Now, I've used it a couple of times when we were running trials back then when it first came out, and it was a fairly, humorous perk to have around. Obviously, when people got too close, you popped it and they were hit with a flashbang, and obviously you just start spamming nades to kill them or shoot them or whatever you had at your disposal at the time to kill people in trials. Now, however, I think it's one of those things where it's a perk and a chest piece that people don't use anymore because they've already found out how to counter it. So there are those who will sit there, probably snipe, dome you in the head instantly, so taking you down the minute you res. But now, with the way the Crucible's been changed, it may be a viable option now. I'm not too sure. So it's one of the things where with the new update to the Crucible, everything's in a testing phase right now. So you never know, it might be a viable option to come back and get it. Alright, and the weapon of the week weapon for this week from Xur is Hardlight. So this was a gun back from, if I remember correctly, year 1. I think it was year 1. So this is the gun which gives you the bottom half of each magazine causes additional damage. Rounds fired from this weapon have no damage fall off, over penetrate targets and ricochet off hard surfaces. So this essentially is a gun that will essentially shoot lasers everywhere. So if you haven't seen it in action, it is absolutely hilarious. You can essentially ricochet. You will see the lights, the pellets from the weapon actually fire off of hard surfaces and just ricochet like a disco ball, and the lights bouncing off everywhere. It's absolutely hilarious to see. Sometimes you might be lucky and get a ricochet kill, which is even funny when you do get one because everyone's like, why are you aiming at the floor? Or why are you aiming off a wall? And everyone thinks you've just got bad aim, but you're actually just trying to get the ricochet kills. But with the new changes to ARs, having had a slight buff, Hardlight might be a viable option for people as well. So obviously with the Crucible becoming now pretty much a primary weapon only, and I say primary weapon, it's primary weapon and sidearm essentially is what the new Crucible setup is. So like I said just now, it's pretty much in a testing phase, so people are still trying to find out what's good, what's not good, what's the best thing to run. And I reckon within the next couple of weeks people will have had a sort of set loadout for what to take into Crucible. But for ARs right now, Hardlight is still not a bad option to take in, so it's a viable one. So pick this up if you haven't got it. Right, and then afterwards we've got the usual glass needles, 3 of coins, heavy ammo, and the drives, plus the material exchange. So going back to what we have here for the exotic armor, the warrior, the Eternal Warrior for the Titan. This is a very high. This I say not very high. It's a fairly good roll for the helmet. I'd probably say it's like 94-95% if you're looking to do your tier 12. So obviously pick that up if you haven't got it. With the Lucky Raspberry, because it's purely a discipline roll, this is obviously going to be fairly high up anyway. And obviously with it helping with the recharging of grenade energy, it might help when you're trying to get it back quicker. But obviously if you respawn with full grenade energy, it's kind of, you know, a bit of a redundant perk at the same time. Purifier robes, 80 to 82 max. I believe that's pretty high on the tier table. Let me just double check quickly. Bear me 1 second, people. Just going to check dim, as it will give me the answers I need. Okay, so yeah, it's a 92% roll for the chest piece for this one, for Purifier robes. Eternal Warrior is also a 92. I personally thought would be slightly higher, considering it's 61 and 62, but I guess not. But yeah, so these are two fairly good rolled exotic armors. So as always, if you haven't got any of these, pick them up. As obviously, if you're looking to complete your collection, these will help you to do so. Let me know what you guys think of the Crucible so far. You know, put them in the, if you want to leave a comment below. Obviously, tell me how you found it so far. Obviously, with it still being fairly new, my experience has been essentially mostly hand cannons. Obviously, hand cannons have gone back to the way they were in year 1, so pretty much everyone's running around with a hand cannon. I've had no insane deaths with a Matador. I've had one Titan who was using the Matador yesterday when I was in Crucible, which was amusing to still see using it. So he was going old meta, trying to see if it would work in a new meta. Didn't go that well, as he died pretty much after he killed me. But it's been essentially, from my experience, it's been essentially hand cannons, the odd pulse rifle, and Wormwood. That's all I've seen, Wormwood's majority now. So it's interesting to see. But yeah, this is what we've got for Xur this week. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Please don't forget to leave a like or sub to the channel, or even a comment if you feel you need to, and share the video as well. I hope to see you all in the next one, and take care and have a great weekend. Bye.